as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Throwing on first down. Hilton. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Let's go. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hilton, he's got it to Ingram, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Off the play fake. Hilton. He finds his man, complete. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 58 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hilton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Hilton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Fox. So left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Fox. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 3rd down, Hawkins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
To throw on second down. Hilton, he's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for L.A. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Hilton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Hilton. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for nickel package and work down.
It's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he powers his way up past the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Hilton. And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are preaching to receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down now. It's Hawkins. Stays on his feet. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Fox. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fox. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Hilton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Fox. Going to throw right side here. Complete. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter. Hawkins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Fox. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Fox. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Fox. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Fox. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. LA set to take over again on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On first down, Hilton. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hilton throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Palmer. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. To throw on second down. Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from them, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off the play fake. Fox. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. The Raiders still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were winners in their ball game as they were...
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fox. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fox. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, it's Hawkins, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fox. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Fox. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Fox. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. To throw on 2nd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Fox. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fox. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Hilton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To throw on 3rd down. Hilton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Fox. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Fox. Yeah, he's got it.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Fox. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hilton. It's complete to Brown, right side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Looking to throw. Hilton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Hilton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Palmer. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flush to his right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Fox. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Fox. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Come on, baby.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Hilton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed. The red flag is out. They're They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down. Fox. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Fox. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
On 1st and 10, Hilton got his man complete over the middle. It's Palmer, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hilton. Got a man. It's Brown.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And out now come the Seahawks. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Hawkins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.